In today's brief video, I want to take a moment and talk to you guys about using cannabis addiction as an excuse to not do the thing that you've wanted to do. So are you putting a certain portion of your life on hold because you're too busy dealing with cannabis addiction or weed addiction? Now, I create today's video as someone who has struggled deeply with substance use to nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and adult media content, substances that our company helps people quit. You can learn more in the pinned comment or the video description about our programs and resources. But I say this as not only someone who has struggled, but also as a certified addiction recovery coach who has worked with tons of people when it comes to overcoming substance use disorders, okay? I think for myself and for many people I've interacted with, I've come to learn that cannabis substance use disorder, weed addiction, is a convenient excuse to not go start that new business, to not level up in the side hustle, to not get into better physical shape, to not become financially more stable, to not have a better relationship with your husband, your wife, your kids, your significant other, your social circles. So many times when people are struggling with addiction, particularly to cannabis, people will be under the impression, oh, I can't do that thing, right? I can't start that business. I can't start saving money. I can't go to the gym and get healthy until I quit smoking weed, until I quit drinking alcohol, until I can't get in a relationship until I quit watching porn. And the fact of the matter is, this is not only false, but it's a very, very dangerous mindset to have. Because this mindset isn't only going to keep you stuck in the exact same place that you're in, but it's quite possibly going to prevent you from taking steps that could pull you out of addiction. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people during cannabis use, during cannabis addiction, start to practice better self-care, start working out more, start taking care of their mental health more, start their side hustle, start their own YouTube channel, start their own e-commerce business, right? Something like that. And that be the thing, that starting of something positive and getting a little bit of positive momentum in their life, that becoming the thing that actually pulls them out of addiction. Because suddenly they start doing those things despite smoking weed, despite using cannabis, despite drinking alcohol, despite watching adult media content. And then that little bit of positive momentum that they get from starting their business, starting to save more money, working on their physical health with nutrition and exercise, whatever it is you have on delay, that then winds up propelling them out of the drug use. I've seen this time and time again. And to a large extent, I experienced this to some degree myself. Despite my substance use disorders, when it came to cannabis, nicotine, energy drinks, and adult media content, which I never used cannabis during the day, to be clear. It was only an evening activity, alcohol, only a weekend activity. But I was still able to accomplish tons of things. I didn't just sit down and think of myself as a piece of crap because I was doing drugs or consuming substances, right? I still viewed myself as someone who could get things done. I was just aware enough that I was actively working against myself accomplishing those things by consuming drugs. But I still built a chiropractic business from scratch, right? We're one of the top rated people in our area. I still learned how to get really good on camera. And that wasn't during that time. That wasn't for addiction recovery coaching stuff. It was for chiropractic. I was part of a CBD business for a while. It was for other things involving social media. But I still learned how to do all of that stuff and started to do that stuff despite substance use. I was still motivated to try and get healthier. I would still get bursts of motivation to try and do better. I think what happens is so many times, and maybe it's channels like mine, maybe it's other channels, I don't know, but people give out this message of, you can't get the girl, you can't get the guy, you can't get the good relationship, you can't make the money, you can't build the business until you quit the drugs. You're not capable of it until you make this change. And I think what happens is that idea overwhelms people, and then they wind up saying, well, okay, if I can't do it as long as I have substance use, which, by the way, is something I've been used to living with, something that is kind of comfortable in managing, I think I'm just going to stay the same. I'm not even going to bother starting trying to do that other stuff. I'm just going to stay focused on the fact that I have a cannabis addiction or an alcohol addiction or a pill addiction. I'm not going to do anything else until I solve this. And that's where I see it become a convenient excuse for people to not change. And I think society kind of creates this mindset, the way that people talk about and to people who struggle with substance use. And I think it is so dangerous. I feel it's a completely broken mindset. And if this is a mindset that you're struggling with or that you're quite frankly suffering from, don't fall for it. Call BS. Start taking action on the things that you want to do. Do not put your life on hold because you are using drugs. You don't have to. You don't have to. I would certainly argue you could have a much better quality of life without the drugs, without the substances. And that's what we help people achieve in our programs, whether it's our one-on-one coaching, whether it's our group coaching. It's a monthly program, $27 a month, school.com in the pinned comment, or just even using our supplements to help people quit, right? Chewing gum products, things like that. Whatever it is, start doing the thing. Stop waiting around for something to happen. You are going to be the one to create the change. The change just isn't going to magically happen out of nowhere. And sometimes the change doesn't start with quitting drugs. It starts with something else positive in your life. And then that's where you get the momentum then to quit the drugs. That's where you get the motivation then to quit the drugs. And as you start to make those changes, whether it's better financial health, physical health, mental health, business, relationship related, social skill related, whatever it is, as you start to make those changes, what will occur is you're going to change your mindset. You're going to change your environment. Your circumstances are going to start to change, and probably for the better. And those changes, once you start making, doing those things, the new environment, the new situation, this kind of improved version of you, despite the fact that you're using drugs, is probably going to lead to a mindset and an environment that is no longer as enticing when it comes to substance use. And then we'll just kind of coincidentally see substance use fall off. So don't listen to the people that tell you, oh, you can't level up until you do this. And drugs are, only they make people lazy and they make people tired and you can't do anything. Yes, those might do all those things and those things might be happening to you. But don't listen to it. It doesn't have to. Okay? It doesn't have to. Now, if you wound up enjoying today's video or this kind of clicked a light on in your head, or if you need help, like a push or some accountability for making that change, check the pinned comment. We got one-on-one coaching programs. We got our monthly group coaching. At the time of filming this video, we got 72 or 73 incredible people in there, all making positive changes. It's a very action-driven group, right? Highly motivated people. We got business professionals in there. We got just all types of demographics. And then we have our supplements, Kick It, Crave Less Chewing Gum, designed to help reduce stress and anxiety and reduce cravings associated with cannabis withdrawal, nicotine withdrawal, cravings for almost any substance out there, including sugars, things like that. So check that out. Check us out in the pinned comment or hit me up in the next video. Just follow me into the playlist. I got a whole bunch of videos to help you out on these topics. And I say this, guys, all of this as someone who has done a lot. Built a YouTube channel, built an addiction recovery coaching, built a supplement company, built a brick and mortar chiropractic practice, which is expanding, right? I say this not as someone who just hasn't done anything. So best of luck to you.